Have you ever really stopped to think about what's happening in the ground right under your feet? I mean, we build our homes on it, we grow our food in it, but what if I told you there's a danger hiding there, in plain sight? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig right into it.
So let's just start with a really direct question. Is the ground you're on, right this second, actually safe? It's a question most of us just assume the answer to is yes, but honestly, that answer is getting a lot more complicated.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll get on the same page about what soil pollution even is. Then we're going to unmask the culprits behind it. After that, we'll follow this chain of contamination from the dirt all the way to our dinner plates. And finally, we'll tackle the big one. Can we actually reverse this damage?
All right, let's get into it. To really understand the threat here, we first need to agree on what we're talking about when we say soil pollution.
You know, the first thing we have to do is completely change how we think about soil. It is not just dirt. A much better way to think about it is as the Earth's living, breathing skin, this incredibly complex ecosystem that's absolutely teeming with life. And just like our skin, it can get sick.
So here's the official breakdown. Soil pollution happens when toxic chemicals build up in the ground to a point where they become a real danger. We're not talking about a little bit of litter here, we're talking about concentrations high enough to threaten not just the ecosystem, but our own health too.
And get this is not some small fringe issue. The scale of this problem is absolutely staggering. A full 1/3 of all the soil on our planet is already considered degraded. That's a huge chunk of the very foundation of our global food system.
So, where is all this contamination even coming from? Let's move on and, kind of like detectives, identify the invisible culprits behind this whole mess.
It really comes from three main places. First up, you've got industrial activity. Things like manufacturing and mining can release this nasty cocktail of chemicals straight into the ground.
Then there's agriculture. Kind of ironic, right? The very industry that feeds us is also a source through the overuse of chemical fertilizers and pesticides that just build up in the soil year after year.
And third, well, it's us. Our everyday trash, from leaky landfills to electronics we didn't dispose of properly, leaches all sorts of toxins right back into the earth.
And what's so important to understand here is just how specific these threats are. From factories, we're getting things like lead and mercury. From farms, all those chemical residues. And from our own homes, this toxic ooze from things like batteries. These are not abstract ideas. They are specific chemicals with known and very serious danger.
Okay, so this all sounds really bad for the planet, but why does it matter so directly to you? Well, that brings us right to the chain of contamination. This is where it gets personal.
Think of it like a toxic relay race. It starts in the soil, but it never stays there. Plants suck these pollutants up through their roots. Then animals come along and eat those plants, concentrating the toxins in their bodies. And finally, that contamination makes its way directly onto our plates.
It really just boils down to the simple, powerful truth. We are what we eat. And since pretty much all our food, whether it's a plant or an animal, ultimately comes from the soil, the health of that soil is fundamentally totally linked to our own health.
And the health effects are absolutely no joke. Take lead from industrial waste. That stuff is linked to serious neurological damage. Or pesticides from farms, which can mess with our hormonal systems. And then you have mercury, often from mining, which can cause severe kidney and brain damage. This is not some theoretical risk. It's a direct public health crisis.
So after all that bad news, we finally get to the most important question of all. Is this damage permanent? Or can we actually clean the soil? Let's take a look at how we can try to turn this ship around.
For a long time, the main approach was pretty brutal and simple. Dig and dump. You literally dig up the toxic dirt and just move it somewhere else. Sure, it's fast, but it doesn't solve the problem at all, it just hides it. But the much more exciting path forward is something called bioremediation. It's this incredible idea of using nature to fight pollution, basically recruiting living things to break down the bad stuff right where it is.
And the tools in this new cleanup kit are amazing. Seriously. You have phytoremediation, which uses plants like sunflowers to literally pull heavy metals out of the ground. There's microremediation, using fungi. Their complex root networks are incredible at breaking down pollutants. We can even use something called biostimulation, which is basically like giving a protein shake to the helpful bacteria already in the soil so they can get to work eating up the contamination. It's a whole new science of healing the earth.
So in the end, it all comes back to this. The soil is the foundation of life on land. It's where our story as a species begins. Messing with that foundation is one of the biggest challenges we face.
But these innovative solutions we're developing, they offer some real hope. The only question left is, how are we going to choose to write the end of this chapter?